There is a give and take a billion people today who are dependent on desalination in some way, shape and form on planet Earth.
Taking the salt out of water, desalination takes a lot of energy. But there are many people around the world who must rely on it every day. And recent data points to the world demanding more and more water in the decades ahead. Waterise, a Norway-based firm, claims to have come up with a solution. It has developed a deep water method which it says can cut energy consumption by up to 40%.
We are combining two worlds of technology, existing technologies, into a new and we think a more clever way of doing RO desalination.
Niels Peter Wright is the CEO of Waterise, which runs a desalination plant off the coast of Norway. RO, or reverse osmosis, is a process that pushes water through fine membranes to separate the salt. This uses high amounts of energy, but where Waterise differs is that it pulls water from hundreds of feet underwater. They say their tech then uses hydrostatic pressure, the water pressure that goes up the deeper you go, to pipe seawater to land at a fraction of the energy.
So we are utilizing the hydrostatic pressure, harnessing it, utilizing it. We have from the nature inlet pressure on the membranes, and what we simply do, use pump on the other side to create an under pressure, suction pressure. So we are pulling the water through rather than pushing it through the membranes. So what we do is we lower the unit down, we put energy to it, we start the pumps, and then after a few minutes when we created the differential pressure, then the water starts the permit coming up through the hose.
Most of the world's high-capacity desalination projects are in the Middle East, where energy is cheaper and environmental regulations are more lax than in other countries. Waterise says their technology reduces the need for coastal land by up to 90%. Its standard unit produces 50 million litres of fresh water a day, enough to supply a city of 300,000 to 400,000 people.
Our standard starting point is 50,000 cubic meters a day, or 50 million liters a day. 50 MLD is a notation very often used. And Oslo is give and take 1 million people. This half of what you can do for Oslo. Two installations, and we cover Oslo.
Escalating pollution, record-setting droughts, and shrinking groundwater aquifers are just some of what is fueling a global water crisis. Recently released data from the World Resources Institute estimates 1/3 of global GDP will likely be exposed to high water stress by 2050, using more of what water is available. Waterise says they are developing partnerships around the world with organisations looking to use their technology.